How's it going? Let's get to know these things. What is this? This is AT&T's fiber. This is a residential gateway, what most people call a modem or a router. This is the extender. They're the same size and height, but about half the distance and the size at least. Everyone calls them routers, modems, dang thing with the blinking red light. If it's blinking red, call the company, have someone come out and fix it. But let's find out why AT&T calls this a residential gateway. The reason why it's called a residential gateway is because it is the gateway for your home. Now, on the fiber side, this can handle about 80 devices. And fiber is one of the best things that AT&T offers. I have it, I love it. I got about 45 devices at home. Oh man, Gus, that's a lot of devices. Actually, not really. If you think about it, each person has between 5 to 8 devices per person at a home. No, I don't. I don't have that many. Well, let's just think about simple stuff. I have a phone, a watch, an iPad, a laptop, and a computer. That's just 5 basic things that I have. The watch I never think about because why would it be connected to Wi-Fi? Well, sometimes they are. A phone, okay. An iPad, oh my goodness. Or for the Android users, Android tablets. And a computer and a laptop. Yes, I have a computer and a laptop. That's how I edit my software. And then you think about the TV that you're working with. Everyone has a smart TV in their room. So now that's 6, all right. Gaming systems, 7. Some have 2, PlayStation 4 and 5. Or Xbox and the new Xbox Tower. And we're looking at already about 10 devices just on one person alone. All right, now it's a family of 4. That's 40 devices right there. That's a lot. It can handle it. So let's keep looking at this. You have an Alexa. Well, there's 41 devices if you've got a family of 4. Multiple Alexas, and you have LED lights. You have security cameras. You have 10 security cameras at your house. Well, there's 10 devices already connected to it right there. Now you're looking at like 55 devices. I think I'm losing count, but you get my picture, or the picture, the drift. Now, that is a lot of devices. AT&T Fiber can handle every one of these devices for you. What kind of speeds do you need at your home? Well, the basic rule of thumb is what you can afford, okay? Because their fiber starts at about, I believe, $50 a month and can go up to about $200 a month. Do you need the fastest internet possible? Well, on fiber, it already is the fastest. Even if you buy their 50 megabyte second program, you're still at the lowest latency possible, which is about 5 to 10 milliseconds in speeds. It's going to vary on every device too. This thing has Wi-Fi? Well, yes, it does. It can handle about 80 devices on Wi-Fi, which is what I said earlier. And it also has 4 ports. Your 5 gigaport, we can handle up to 5,000, but your device connected to it has to handle the 5,000. You have to have a 5,000 network card or a multi-gig card. If you put this on a gigabit switch that only handles 1,000, then that's what you're going to get. You got to get a multi-gig switch that can handle the devices. Now be careful when you start putting that much out there, because when you start dragging that much in, you're going to drain it all in. So can it handle it? Oh yeah, easily. I've had 5,000 at the place I lived at before, and my 40 devices were just fine. I ran a speed test. My computer can only handle a gig. So it caps out at 950, 900, 999. Sometimes it hit 1,000. I've seen places that had multi-gigs to it connected to this, and I would see all the 5,200, 5,300 megabytes a second. That's a lot of speeds, or bandwidth at least, because it truly is bandwidth, not the speed. That is the amount of bandwidth coming in on that, second or 2 that you're coming in. Megabits, megabytes per second. 1,000, 5,000 gig. Or 5 gigs. This is 5,000. The new stuff with AT&T should be coming out with a 10 gig profile. Do you need that? Maybe. Well, a friend of mine says, hey, I don't like AT&T. It just doesn't cover my house. What size is your house? 3,800 square feet. This isn't going to cover it alone. This can cover about 2,000 square feet if you place it right in the center. Ideally, you would place it right in the center of the peak of your home, inside the house. That could give you better coverage because you get the umbrella effect. Now, for the person that has a 3,800 square feet, start to think about the extenders. That's why these things are so important. Because for this handling, say 2,000, can this handle 2,000? Let's look at it as a 500 square foot extra. So you got a 2,000 square foot home placed in center, you're golden with this. You got a 2,500 square foot, you want to add this. So this needs to be strategically placed. So one side of the house to the other side, or more, 2/3, and then this is the other 1/3 it covers. All right, you got a 5,000 square foot home. You might want to add about 4 of these. I believe AT&T adds these for about $10 more a month. Well, does it change the Wi-Fi name or anything like that? No. AT&T software has what they call air ties, so it keeps it all in one name. So let's say I call it my house Wi-Fi, okay, and I put my password as my password Wi-Fi. This marries to this device, and it sends a signal back and forth and says, hey, Bobby is over here. I think he's going toward you. Yep, he is going toward you. I'm going to go ahead and pass him over to you. Now, Bobby is in this room with this extender. So the Wi-Fi is now seamlessly working off of this device. We travel back to this side. It goes back to this one. And you, with the multiple devices that you have in the house, your extenders, that is how that works. You have your air tie flying in within each other. Now, I want to change the name of this and change the name of this. Let's not do that, because you're gonna have to disconnect from your Wi-Fi here and connect it to here. Keep it the same name. Well, I want to go full third party. Well, let's go full third party. In that case, you'll want to get you an Eero system or Orbeez or Unify, any of your third party routers out there. That's perfectly great. But turn this Wi-Fi off. Now, you can have AT&T technician do it, but they're not required to turn them off. So there's a code down here, the 192.168.1.254, which I've made a video on, but you can go in there and turn it off yourself and just connect your extender or your third-party router to port 1 and then use that as your broadcast Wi-Fi. Are third parties better than this? They got a lot more power. I've seen them cover 8,000 square foot home with 3 little routers connected to it, while you would need 5 of these or five of these, so making it 6 to cover a 5,500 square foot home. Well, AT&T is a great product. This is a Nokia, and they also make another one called Huma, H-U-M-A. Do I have to have AT&T's gateway for my internet? You do need this as your gateway, or your now this turns into a modem, and then your personal router is your router. What about the security? This has WPA2 and 3. It's got some really nice security. But remember, if you make your Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and your last name is Smith, well, someone walking around the neighborhood can say, oh, Smith, I'm going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, I got free Wi-Fi. Make sure it's always on AES protection. Should I turn off my network? Well, if you turn off your network, you're not going to be able to connect to it. You can hide it with this one. Now, third-party routers do have a little bit more power when it comes to storage, like cloud storage. I believe you can connect like my cloud hard drive to it and then load software or load pictures to it. There is a USB on the back of this one here, but it doesn't work that way. There's a phone jack, or you can connect a phone. You got your USB. It's pretty much for power. 1, 2, 3 ports 4, and your Ethernet port back here, which is your ONT. Well, this has an internal ONT, so they're going to use the SFP connector to it. Now, I want to hook up 15 computers to it, but there's only 4 ports here. That's where your gigabit switches come into play. We'll do another video on that. But yes, as long as you have a good gigabit switch connected to this, you can connect all your devices to it at home. All right, guys, this is a pretty intensive video that I just did on connectivity. I will break up a few more videos. This one is about 10 minutes long on how to do a few different things to it. But I want to thank you for coming into the AT&T classroom, my shed. I will do more videos, try to educate some stuff. And there are ports back here too. I forgot to show you that. It's a little WPS button there, so you can connect devices to it, like a printer. Yeah, if you don't have a keyboard to the printer. But like I said, thank you very much for coming to my channel. And I am going to turn off this camera because I'm about to start gaming on my gaming chair with my internet from AT&T. So we'll see you next time, guys. Be safe.